How's it going, nerds? Liquid here, and today I'm here with a very special game that I started backing way back when. I remember I uploaded the video and everything. I still remember that day. It's been a long time, and I'm really glad that it's finally out. It's for free to play on Steam right now, and I'm really interested with the guy. I know they got day 9 for this. He's a big StarCraft guy. But if you guys don't know, this is the StarCraft 2 visual novel. And I already did everything in the settings, already checked everything else out. Let's just start. SC2VN, you select the gender of your main character, Mach. The choices will mostly impact how he or she appears. The story differences are minor. Now, select the main character. I feel like, since we played the girl last time, I feel like we need to keep up that trend. Go with her. In the story as the female main character? Yes, I would like to, please. That would be pretty great. It's a certain feeling that every StarCraft player gets before they lose. Most try to ignore it at first, as if the inevitable is just another challenge to fight through. What was that? No, it's just like a chat little thing, like a thing to play chat back. Alright. Like their past mistakes don't count if they just try a little bit harder. It's a natural thing to believe otherwise contradicts the hours we've spent practicing. Still, every player must eventually come to terms with their defeat. If they have to queue up for another game, maybe that they flew across the world for nothing. I haven't met many players that can take a loss in stride. It's painful. It's permanent. It's proof that your best isn't always enough. Long after my elimination, I remained at the PC with a blank look in my eye. Click shoot from my finger as I leap from page to page. Tournament update mentions my defeat in passing. No one acknowledges it. My frustration fades. I'm left only with guilt. I should have practiced harder. Ooh. Okay. I like how it's starting. I really like the art style. It looks pretty nice. I like the noses. I consider sticking around to watch the final few games, but the knot in my stomach persuades me to avoid any more stress. People are nice enough to a foreigner with the heart to attempt a Star League qualifier without a win. There's one more in a long line of losers. Welcome to the club. Hundreds spend their best years creating the esports dream. Only 1 in 50 makes it. This is for those that don't. Ooh, I like this. I like this. This game is interesting. Every game of StarCraft begins the same. Gather resources, train a worker, construct a building, rally an army, defend a base, contest a camp. Turn something small into something more. This game is punishing. It's stressful, it's draining, it builds you up and tears you down. It's not for everyone. It might not even be for me. How many more chances am I going to get? Was that my last? Oh, the feeling's back. Why am I still trying? Why can't I quit? My fist rattles on the desk and sends a plastic bottle onto the floor. With my chin in hand, I throw myself into the match replay. Open the menu, escape or right click to check the glossary. Ooh, so like, force down a measured breath, losing a throwaway ladder game. Shouldn't bother a player of my rank. Oh, so then we can go here and then, oh, this is cool! Shorthand for online ranked play, ranked with the lowest to the highest. The league in StarCraft are bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and grandmaster. Grandmaster rank is awarded to the top 200 players from each region. That's cool. You took a drink to get back into that little storyteller mood I had. Orange Hawaiian Punch. A-okay in my book. Scout denial, my poor control of the final fight gave my opponent the edge. In retrospect, my mistakes seem obvious. I told the conclusion that he was hacking before realizing that I'm just making excuses. No, I should have been able to win that one. Despite the Grandmaster's badge next to my handle, I found myself too anxious to queue up for another game. The loss of the Victory Star League qualifier earlier today isn't helping my mindset. I comb my tiny room with a look, restless and unmotivated. Sitting alone in a dark room for extended periods of time is incredibly depressing. A fact I learned only when it became a significant part of my life. Only one thing is certain. I've got to get out of here. Alright, so what's going on now? After double checking that my apartment's door is locked, I hustle down the stairs and onto the sidewalk. Light grows with each step toward the shining skyline. Catchy pop beats and posters of flawless models dominate street after street. Food traffic is thick and impatient. Seoul Tower stands fall from a distant hilltop. Look, I'm cool with this. Posters of flawless models dominate street after street. I'm down. Some catchy pop beats, that K-pop. Ooh, I'm down with that. Food trucks or food traffic? I think it did. But even the lingering excitement of life in a faraway place can dredge me out of my helplessness. Sometimes, especially on days like this, I regret pursuing esports. It's a thought I've had more times than I care to admit since coming to South Korea. Even saying that, I know that I can't keep myself from competing. It's in my nature. Truth be told, this darn game is the only thing I'm good at. What is StarCraft? Some respond to that with an explanation on its game mechanic or its storyline. There are other popular answers too, that it requires the dexterity of a pianist, alongside the strategic thinking of a chess player. Maybe that's what StarCraft is to most people, but to hundreds who carve out a living on it, StarCraft isn't such a simple thing. It's the embodiment of competition, a perfect playing field, no need for athletic genes, rabid parents, cutting tutorers, or expensive summer camps. You pick up the game on your own, you learn, you improve, you work. If you're good enough, you can become a god. If you fail, you stay a nobody. Huh. Yeah. I'm not building towards a long-term career. I'm friendless in a foreign country. I'm respected by no one. I don't qualify for the VSL next month. I'll be back home at square one. I'll be nothing. But hey, at least I play video games all day. Alright, I get you. I like you, Mach. We're friends. I like the hairdo. That's cute.
Are you completely sure you haven't forgotten anything? Do you have enough money for a cab when you land? Are you sure that the apartment got your money? Is your cell phone charged? You brought an extra charger, right?
Mom, I'm fine, please. Nothing bad is going to happen.
Remember, there won't be anyone to do your laundry, cook your meals, or wake you up when you oversleep. Budget well, and you'll have 2 months. I won't hear anything about a load for the flight home.
It takes effort to keep a frown from my face. I'm sure that my parents came to see me off only so that they could say they did. Oops. It's already sunk the entirety of my savings into this. Now there's time for second thoughts. My dad just stole the security line and tapped his watch twice.
Go on. The sooner this is over with, the better.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come back in one piece, hon.
I already forgot her voice. That's not a good sign. Nothing's come when I think of how to respond, so I only nod. Without another word, my parents walk away. It's not that good a relationship. Oh. Sudden change of face. Just a little bit of anger there.
She has to make her own mistakes.
I tighten my fists, pace quickening, even though I want to prove everyone who's doubted me wrong. I'm tired of losing for no one's sake but my own. With the sun long set, overhead signs wash the street in color. I've wandered so far that the walk back to my apartment would take almost half an hour. My renewed drive to practice my craft drives my search for a place to play. Not long before I see the words I'm looking for. PC Bang. Which PC Bang, oddly enough, is basically like a LAN gaming center kind of thing. With patrons play multiplayer games, computers an hourly fee, blah blah blah. PC bangs remain popular despite the spread of household computers, as they provide a meeting place for gamers, especially school-age gamers, to play together with their friends, kind of thing. Yeah, it makes sense. The amount of foot traffic suggests it's a pretty popular internet cafe. A sign of the front window reads Golden Zone Fire. Though I've only visited them a few times, PC bangs are one of the things that interest me most about Korea when I first got into StarCraft. Doing it out for champion status of a neighborhood cafe is old school cool. Little bars there, alright. Like a type of western where a sheriff defends his turf against upstarts and outlaws. It's an ideal that's a bit dated these days. Most StarCraft 2 competition takes place either online or in broadcast studios. I'll admit I've daydreamed of being bored a decade earlier and playing the original esport Brood War, which is like the first StarCraft. Well, the first one that really became an esport kind of thing. Boop, read that. I'll give you guys a chance for this. Good. During its rise alongside the PC bang, a better time. So they say online. I trundle up the stairs and pass through the doorway. Immediately struck by the size of the place. There has to be at least 80 computers. The crowd is too large for an ordinary evening, and more people than there are PCs even. I indulge my curiosity on the first person I see, a dark-haired guy observing a match of CS2 or SC2 from behind someone's shoulder. Excuse me, is there an event going on? Oh, I remember you. Mr. Red Highlights. The guy turns and looks at me. I'm speaking other than Korean. After brief silence, he responds. Are you new or something? Have you not heard of All Out Attack? Yeah, I'm new. Just asking. He hums and glances away for a moment. Then he doesn't apologize. Though he doesn't apologize, he does fill me in. Golden Zone Fire hosts the StarCraft 2 tournament called All Out Attack once a month. It's one of the few places you'll find a decent player outside of an online cup or a Star League. Used to be a Brood War tournament, actually. I see, thank you. Are you here cheering for someone? He stares in response. He only stares in response. The guy walks away with a shake of his head, mumbling something about foreigners. The back of his shirt sports the Korean Pro Gamer Association, the KPGA, basically the big Korean thing they work with. Maybe he's a Brood War fan or something. How do you not? Of course he's a player. Why would he have that? Alright. None of the StarCraft teams under KPGA regulation could be in anything except the original game Brood War. Understandably, they don't want to fracture a scene they've worked hard to build up. And that's lucky for those of us trying to keep from drowning in a game that's already deep with talent. KPGA players train for unbelievable hours. Well, I came here to practice, and I'm presented with an excellent chance to do so if what that guy said is true. Cat, stop scratching the door. A few stairs follow me as I walk forward to put my name on the sign-up list. I must look like a tourist in over my head. I'm definitely not the first foreigner to go abroad for esports, but most come to South Korea only once. They have the results or fame. Cat, do you want in? Do you really want in right now? Alright, I'm gonna go look at Cat. I'm gonna get the cat in on this. Get in. Nerd. After paying for an hour's worth of PC time at the front desk, I settle for a station that has a mouse and keyboard similar to my setup back home. A few minutes later, I join my opponent's game lobby just in time for the start of the first round. His name isn't familiar, so I check his profile to see he's ranked midway through Masters League. Not bad for a casual player. He seems eager enough by the rate he's spamming go-go in the pre-game chat. The game gets underway once I confirm that I'm ready. Cat, don't touch the microphone. Workers, minerals, Vespine gas, and a command center. I start out every match with only these resources at my disposal. It's my job to turn them into something that can defeat my opponent. No, cat, don't come over here. Generally, the means I need to build structures capable of training units for my army. My build order determines how my end of the matchup plays out. Now for a build order, here, shorthand for build order on the order of the structures and units created. Blah, 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 blah. Look, you can read this, pause the video. Let's go on. This game, I've opted for a quick healing attack. Not only will it offer me a chance to deal some damage to my opponent, but it will also allow me to scout. Which, here, blah, 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 blah. You can read that. But it seems I don't have much to worry about. My opponent went from a greedy build order, focusing entirely on his economy instead of his army. Fortunately for him, the match isn't going to last long enough for that risk to pay off. My Hellions make short work of his single queen and handful of zerglings. With his front line out of my way, I'm free to rush into his mineral line and roast his workers, denying him the resources he needed to muster an army. Ooh, savage. Facing down marine reinforcement, not long before my zero opponent types out the two letters GG. Easy. If you guys don't know what GG is, you haven't used tech in 30 years. Come on now. Soon as the victory screen displays, anxiety floods out my body. Darkcraft intense. It isn't an exaggeration to say that there's never a moment to relax until a match is over. Bursting with confidence, I get to check my opponent, and we'll find out who that is in the next episode. I feel like this is going pretty well. I'm really happy on how it turned out. I'm really happy that they could finish this. This is going to be a longer episode because it's episode 1, of course. But I feel like that's all we're going to talk about for today. So have a great day. You know you're beautiful. And I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video and next time.
Goodbye.
Universal Center Read 0079, rolling in a gun demand. I'm feeling fine. Protect my friends who also roll mobile suits. Protect the white base with a power you can't refute. New type skills and I don't even know it yet. More attack than the blaster of Boba Fett. Goal in life is to destroy the red comet. Up on the launchers and it's 1-2 ready set. A young pilot with the battle's pace. Life is veiled with the world of pain inside. When I'm fighting, I'll always mope and cry. Mourning the victims regardless of the side. A battle that seems to have no end. Two broken hearts that can't seem to mend. I wish I could go back and change the past. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so skilled and fast.